Game on. Hey, have fun in the weeds.
Hey!
Oh.
Guys, I just picked it up to a lunker.
That's crazy.
Too bad, little bass.
Woo.
Hey, chill, chill, chill.
I'm Zachary Fowler, and you're watching Fowler's Makery and Mischief. Woo! So we got the Pelican Catch 120 and the Argo 100 XP Angler. Open cockpit, closed cockpit. Test them out, see which one is the better choice for adventuring, fun, easier to use, better for fishing. Let's do it. I'll slip around. You do too. You got 5.
Oh, I do.
You got, wait. You got 1, 2, 3, and then 4 and 5 rod holders. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Bigger does not necessarily mean more rod holders.
I mean, look at that seat. It looks like a lazy boy.
I know. Like, I have lawn chairs at home that aren't as comfortable as that. My lazy boy at home doesn't even look as... We'll find out. We'll find out. Wait, wait! There's a problem! There's no cup holder! Who puts this much stuff into a kayak and doesn't have a cup holder? Alright, last one, the rodders are rotten egg! You can lock up the car, I'm out of here.
I was gonna say the hood.
Yeah, we better lock up.
Self-destruct initiated.
Deactivating.
Ah! That's relatively easy. Isn't that cool? You can walk... So you can walk right to the front of your boat. And, whoa! It's a little on the... You can walk right to the front of your boat here. And put your weight forward and just start paddling. Standing paddling, no less. I don't know why they put a bottle opener on the side of your paddle, you know, but it catches weeds. All right, I'm gonna have a seat. Oh yeah. Oh, this is comfy.
Yeah.
This is nice.
It's up pretty high, huh?
Yeah, yeah, and well, sitting up high, so it's a little, but it feels a little, but at the same time, I get, oh yeah, I can stand up. This is more stable than the paddleboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is, you could fall over, but this is more stable than the paddleboard.
It looks like obviously it is a small boat, but it looks like it should have a outboard on it.
There we go. I always tie through the eye twice.
So this is the modern clinch knot. It's the most common knot, and the only thing I do different is I go through the eye twice before I go back up and around the fishing line 5 to 7 times, and then back down through both of those, that twist and the eye, and then coming back out and tucking that tail in so that it locks in place, which is extremely helpful when dealing with braid.
I've never had one come undone. First fish, biggest fish, and how many fish. So, and then take that, divide by 4, multiply by 3, and we got our winner.
And go. Let's go cut Zach off. Oh, wait, I want to fish these pads first, actually.
This little guy's perfect. You know, like half the size of your average, and great way to reveal what's in a pond. It seems like anything will hit this. And I had a scrap of worm on it from yesterday. From a different lure. I didn't bring any worms with me. If you need to know what's in a pond or what's in a lake or whatever, your best bet is to get just a bit of worm on there. The more the better. But beggars can't be choosers. They'll take to that. Where have all the fishes gone? Long time I have not a bite. Oh, first fish! Ha ha! That feels like a little guy. Nice! Woo! Whoa! Into the boat. There we go. Ha ha! First fish. Hey, we got about a 12-inch bass going on here. I told you. The little white spinner bait. All right, there we go. Beautiful fish. Let's see, we got our measuring tape right here on the side. We can got a measuring tape right here on the side. Let's see, where's the measurements? You got oh, what the heck? Their labels right in front of the measurements. All right, we'll put it down that end. 16, 14. That's crazy. Nice 14 inches. I'm gonna let him go. See ya. There it is, just like I called it. If you want to find out what's in a pond or a lake, that's the one. Oh yeah, I got another one. Come here, guy. Woo! That one's a little smaller. Oh, I love these rod holders. Love the rod holder right there. Just put your pole in, boom. Can deal with your fish. Let's see, what we got? Let's see, it's 12 inches. A little 12-inch bass. Beautiful little fish. See you later. Chris said he caught one. Let's go see what he's up to, how he did.
I think we got a fish on. Maybe not. Oh yeah, good bass. Yep. Not big. Probably 2-pounder. Not too bad. Little bass out of the new Pelican Kayak. Sweet. Oi, oi. There she goes.
Oh, crash imminent, crash imminent.
So how big is yours?
The bigger, I got a 14 and a 12.
Nice, holy.
They're skinny though.
Yeah.
They're not chubby.
No.
They're very skinny. What are you working with? You got a Senko. All right, left Chris in my dust. He's back there. I'm moving up into the wind, and then I'm gonna let the wind blow me back. I'm gonna fire off some shots along the shore here, see if I can't catch something bigger. I have to say, I really like this whole kayak fishing thing. I thought I'd kind of miss my boat, you know. I do like the boat because you can get around, but in this cool lake, little pond thing that you're exploring, it's too shallow, too weedy for the boat. But there's all kinds of bass and stuff in here and adventure to be found. It's like so perfect, and you get to be alone, so you don't have to be with somebody else. If you don't want to be, you can just paddle off on them. All right, changes up again. Got this little guy. I really want to like the plastics, but spinny stuff always seems to do better. But this guy is so beautiful. Look at that. And I don't know what these are called, these heads, jigger head or something like that. The head, so it sits like this when it hits at the bottom, and it's gonna look like either a minnow or like a leech working its way along the bottom. It'll boing, boing, boing. They look so beautiful, and their sales presentation for these guys was just like, oh, I would bite that if I didn't know that there was a hook there for sure, you know? See if we can catch something on it. Ooh, this looks like a good spot. Some good sticks and structure in there to hide fish, and a great place for something like this without the weeds to bounce along the bottom and be all like, look at me, I'm a leech, eat me. Here we go. Whoa, she casts well. It's heavy.
There we go. That's a fish. Oh, it's a pickerel. Stop.
I'm not. Boom. White chatterbait. Let's see what we can do. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Woo! We got a fun one. He's jumping all over the place before I turn the camera on. Ha! Look at him go! Oh! Hey, buddy. Oh, look at him go. Get in the... Oh, you gotta get him in here before I'll lose him. Oh! Whoa, yeah! That's a beaut. Oh, man. Look at that one. That's a beaut. Look. Oh, actually, he's about the same size as the first one I caught. Yeah, same as before. 14. What a beautiful fish. Oh. Woo. Yeah. All right, buddy. Swim on.
That's a good fish. Come here, bro. Come here, bro. Come here, bro. Thank you. rod sitting on the freaking, I took a Snapchat. Please stay on, please stay hooked. Oh, that's a nice little chunk.
This is awesome. What a beautiful evening. 3 fish. I can't seem to get Chris to answer me whether he's caught more or not. Oh, I think that was a bite. You know, we just dragged him to this weird spot, but we couldn't have put the boat in and came to this lake that doesn't have access otherwise. Pondish thing. And man, this is cool. Look at the bald eagle. What's up, buddy? Look at that. Look at, oh my goodness, I wish I had a bigger lens and something better for that. He looks so tiny on this thing, but he's only like, oh, I'm gonna get a shot of Chris getting attacked by the bald eagle. Did you just catch one? Right in front of me. Is that 3? Ah, you beat me. Oh, wait. Ha ha. All right, I'm calling time. Yeah, well, I want to race back. I want to race back, so we got to see which kayak's faster. All right, on your mark. Get set, go. That one definitely takes off. You're doing good. It's swamping. He's getting away from me. That thing cruises. All right, I'm calling it. You win. I'm super psyched about this. We didn't want to end the video in the dark, and I got some new toys. We thought we'd test them out and keep testing out the kayaks a little bit more for you. One day out isn't enough to call it on which is better. Man, we had so much fun with those. So let me show you something new, something awesome I have been waiting for my whole life. Exaggeration, but it's like Christmas. It is so awesome. This is like the coolest thing I have ever received so far. And I'm cheated. I already opened one. But I will open the next one for you. These are telescoping rods. For those of you who watch my channel, you know I love telescoping rods. These are telescoping rods from high altitude. I saw these telescoping rods on Ace Video and contacted him, said, what do you think of these? I noticed they're more expensive on Amazon than the ones I've been using up till now, which I've been trying to spend as much money as I can on a telescoping rod. I want a really good one. The last one I took to the Rockies with me in the 30-day survival challenge, it did good, but it wasn't great. The reel that came with it kept like going bzzz, and I was just like barfing and boom. Woo! Literature. And this beautiful little travel bag. It's all set up so you could put your stuff, put some small amount of tackle, throw it in the back of your car. Super cool. Check this out. Check that out. They feel solid. They open up smoothly and lock into place. And then, oh, it's just nice flex, nice, just nice everything. Gorgeous. So this is the 6'6" one. I like that. All right, let's take them out to the shop and rig them up. Almost forgot my coffee. I know it's kind of weird. I love paper cups, so I recycle all my paper cups and try to get as many uses out of them. I just like the taste of coffee out of a paper cup. Is that strange? Leave in the comments below. This is my signature blend, but I'm putting it in my Green Mountain coffee cup from when I stopped at the store. It's good for the environment, right? I saved on. I don't like the insulated cups. They're so hot. right, so last time it was a bit of a tie, wasn't it? It was. I had first, you had biggest, we both had 3. Game on! Hey, have fun in the weeds!
Hey! See ya!
He's got youth and the faster kayak. I don't know if this is fair. All right, we'll show him. Age before youth. Age before youth. All right, let's rig up. Oh, I'm excited about this. So excited. Gonna hook up the new Guggen Cinco lunker log. Let's see. Oh, they smell so good. I just want to nibble on it myself. Oh yeah, fish is gonna love this. We're going. Let's do it. You can stand up so nicely in this thing. Wow. You can see everything. This is so cool. Now if I could just see some fish. Just gotta make sure you put your rod into the forward holder though, if you are gonna stand up and then want your rod, because if it's in the back holder facing behind you, you won't be able to reach it while you're standing without difficulty. Ah! I hear Chris down there. First fish, he's hollering.
That's a fish. Got one, boys. Guggen baits. Oh, nice. A fish slimer. That's a good pickerel. First fish. Chill, chill, chill. Should I keep this to eat, Zach?
Yeah!
You heard it, boys. We're gonna keep them to eat. Pickerel or bony, but they're good eats.
No, this is not an ad for Guggen baits. Chris is actually trying to get a cover photo so he can make his own video, screenshot a moment from this video clip. He's been practicing his editing, and once he has his own videos out, I will let you know, and you can check him out.
Today, we're gonna be catch and cooking a pickerel using the Guggen baits. We're not gonna be... What's up, guys? It's Chris. I'm Zach's apprentice. We're out here testing out the kayaks, doing comparison, but you're gonna see today on my channel a catch and cook of a pickerel. I just flipped the camera off. What am I doing?
For those of you that don't know, Chris has been a huge part of this YouTube channel for almost 2 years now. I put an ad on Facebook saying I needed a hand cutting reeds for the reed hut that we did in the 87 Days series, and he showed up to cut reeds, and I haven't been able to get rid of him ever since. Thank God for that. He has been a huge help. He's been behind the scenes this whole time, so all the videos that somebody else is filming me outside of the 30-day survival challenge and things like that, where I'm off on a solo kind of adventure with somebody else, he is still there behind the scenes back at the shop working on putting your orders together for the website and making it happen. If it wasn't for him, we couldn't be where we are today. So leave it in the comments below how much you appreciate all the stuff that you didn't even realize he was doing, and I appreciate him. And how much you might be looking forward to seeing him getting out his own stuff.
That's about the same size. Just soaked me.
I gotta pee. I gotta pee. Can I pee from the boat? Or is that asking too much for this boat? Or do I gotta go to shore? Let's find out. Let's find out. Can I pee from the boat? The boat peeing test. Oh, you can pee from your boat.
I can too, it just gets really messy.
Alright, changing up my rig. Let's see if there's some trout in here. There we go, we'll try this guy out with a worm on it. See if there's some trout in here. Bass will bite it too, just as easily. But it's one I made. In my Amazon store, you can get these. It's a kit for, you can build about 20 of these. Comes with really nice hooks, beads, everything you need to put it together with a couple different different bits and pieces for different style and pattern. And they're all silver or gold though, so if you want to change that, you'd have to paint it yourself or something. That's what I'm going to actually get into, is mess around with painting some of these up pink and stuff. So almost all these lures you purchase, the map spinners and stuff, they all come with the little skirts on them. And when we were in Canada, Greg Ovens and I was fishing this one a lot. It's just one I found stuck to a log here in Maine and brought with me to Canada, and I caught most of my fish, the majority of my fish, on this one. And it was, or the majority of my fish spinning, not fly fishing, on this one. And my theory is not that it was this thing so much as without the skirt, they see the worm and you're more likely to get a bite. Let's test that theory right now. With no bites already on plastic, switch to a big old night crawler. See how long it takes to get a fish. Oh, fish on. Whoa, we got a jumper. Oh, did I lose him? Nope. I got one. Woo! Come here, guy. Whoa, he's a fighter. Yep. Whoa. Whoa, he's a feisty little guy. There we go. That's more like it. There. A little smallmouth. Ugh. Nice. Ah, great. He hooked my kayak strap seat buckle while he was jumping all around. Should have muckled onto him better. You miserable little cuss. Well, this is my homemade lure, so I might as well, without destroying my seat strap, just cut the hook. Cut my treble. Boy, I'm just catching everything. I had a feeling about this spot when I came over here. Nice little smallmouth. Nothing special, maybe 11 inches. We'll throw it back. Chris has already got pickerel, so we're gonna have a snack for lunch. You know what? We'll keep it. If he's got one fish, I got one fish. If we don't catch anything else, at least we'll have something for lunch. We got some adobo and we'll cook it up. See if we can catch something else. This is a great little spot though. I had a feeling about it. It's all rocks and stuff in here. There you go. Just rip his gills, break his neck. Good to go. Toss him under the seat. Lunch is good. No way! I think so. That's awesome. All right, Chris is hooked up. We're going over to help him because we think we figured out that this is not actually a beer can opener. It may be for helping you unhook. All right. Down to your lure.
Maybe not. Sounded better in my head, I guess. Hard to push this paddle then. Nope. Jeez. Okay.
Well, it might just be really badly hooked.
Suck at it.
In an easy hook spot, it might work. Oh, here we go. We got a chance to try out that line de-hooker. Oh, that worked like a charm. I mean, maybe if I had gone over it further and stuff, it would have come off anyways, but I just slipped it down and boom, she was free. He's just sitting there and like fishing, and I'm getting like blown at like 20 knots an hour here across the pond. My wind profile is like 100 times more than his.
So we noticed that not just then, but the whole time we were out there, this kayak with the open cockpit and me standing up or even sitting down, I'd get blown around very easily and just kind of continually pushed, whereas his would actually, I don't know, the shape of it or something caused it to just sit in one place for the most part. Although I used that to my advantage most of the time to put myself upwind a little bit and I'd get blown down through, kind of trolling an area. I'm going to have to add a cool little anchor off the front that I can deploy easily without moving around in the boat, because there's spots like this where it's blowing me into the bank instead of along the shoreline.
I'm gonna give a try at trolling with the kayak across the lake. Here we go. Keep it slow and steady. These shoots past me just ruined all my fishing. I tell you. Good help is hard to find. That's what my dad says. He was always talking about me as a kid though. Oh! Speaking of fish finder, I just made a mess of my worms. I have the worst habit of like leaving my worm container open and then being annoyed with myself for spilling it everywhere. That sucks. Going for some a little more tried and true. Back to the bass stuff. It doesn't seem to be anything doing in here as far as troutins. No more troutins. Troutins happening. No trouts. Let's use the right lure for the job. Let's go with the chatterbait. I want something big. We're gonna drift back, see if we can catch something, and then go home and cook up our fishes for lunch.
I did actually catch a pickerel right here, but I turned the camera off thinking it was off and I was turning it on. I am like 7-0 on that chatterbait right now. It has never failed to catch me something if I put it on the line. And then I switched over a little bit later after a couple more casts to a lipless crankbait here, and that's what I catch my bigger bass of the day on.
Oh, I got one. Oop. Now we found them. Woo! All right. Whoa! Nice. There's a nice one. That's a chunker. Well, for what we've caught so far here, that is a beaut. Oh yeah. Hey, swallowed that thing right down. Darn double trouble. We're gonna keep this guy though, so we got one more fish for dinner. One large, one small, and one pickerel. Or we got two now, but we'll have a taste off. Is there a trick to this? You leave it in the comments below. Fortunately, I'm keeping him because the poor guy's getting all scratched up. All right, there we go. Took care of him. There we go. Now we have 3 different species for lunch. right. Lunch is ready.
Is that
And
the smallmouth?
not telling you.
Whoa, I gotta guess.
You gotta guess.
Well, I already.
I flayed it weirdly, so
so
technically
you
I
tried
don't think you could. I mean, maybe you could guess. All right, so tell you what, I won't close. Turn that way, and we'll make you guess. See if you could tell the difference between which one did I just pick. I'll put it on your plate. All right, you can turn back around.
Okay.
All right. So,
Right
oh,
in
I took
center
your
here.
fork. All right, so from left to right, what do we got? Yep.
By looks, that's bass. I can already.
All right, so this isn't working already because
I can tell by the consistency of the meat, but
I didn't put any Wadobo on them yet.
oh, that's what it's missing.
It
Thought we were
is.
missing something,
It
but
is.
after.
Well, no, I made it as plain as
Just
possible
for
because I wanted to see if you could actually tell the difference between bass, smallmouth bass, and
Oh.
largemouth, as well as
Okay, so one of these is gonna be
smallmouth, and one's going to be pickerel.
okay. I'm gonna guess the far right is the pickerel because it looks kind of like crab meat.
I should have just blindfolded him. This is just not working out at all.
So this was largemouth on the
Mhm.
left. Largemouth on the left. I get it. For the left. So far, I think I like the pickerel better than
My watch is beeping at me.
the largemouth. It's like
The pickerel?
yeah, less of a muddy taste, and the meat's more like crab meaty.
It
Like,
is.
as far as the flake awayness.
So these ones are the pickerel. Beautiful looking fish. Cooked up so nicely. I am horrible if you watch this and you're leaving comments below about how badly I do at fillets. There's a reason for that because like I never fillet fish.
Yeah, you
I never.
just eat the whole body.
I eat the whole everything. Heads, everything. I'm doing this during some sort of survival-y thing. And so I scale it, eat everything, and then I put everything else in the stew pot and then drink that broth-wise down or cook the head, smoke the head.
That pickerel's good.
Yeah, all right, now with Wadobo. Just because I want to eat some the way God intended it with Wadobo. And I'm stealing the big juicy one. Help yourself to whatever you want there. So, but the whole point of this is not this whole fish part. It is the kayaks, right?
Yes.
So, what did you think of the
I was able to
Kayaks?
manage pretty well in it. Easy to track, easy to stay on the spot that I wanted. I didn't really have any issues with getting blown away from the areas I was trying to fish, and that's without an anchor. Overall, it's a great kayak, and that was the Argo 100 that I was on.
Mm-hmm. What did you think of the open cockpit one?
Well,
You only got to test it out briefly
yes.
because I didn't want to give it up.
It's definitely more of it's a fisherman's rig.
Right off the bat, I could say that I liked it so much, I didn't want to go back to being stuck in the cockpit because I was able to stand up. So that's why he didn't get to ride in it very much. And we don't even have any footage of that because I was greedy.
There's more to come.
There'll be more videos. I'll, at some point, maybe let him use it. But it had tons of storage space. You can able to move around, get everything in the front and the back of your boat when you want out of it.
Yeah, the storage space is so key.
That was one thing you complained about, wasn't it? That like
Yeah.
your little storage bin in the front wasn't big enough.
Yeah.
It didn't have much room. I mean, it's room for a water bottle.
You could do a 7-day trip, technically, I feel like, off the catch.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be just like taking a canoe out. I don't...
Mm-hmm. That you could totally do a long trip on. There's more than enough storage space. The storage space up front on mine opens up to the inside of the boat. And so there's actually
cool.
enough room in there for as much as just in that one spot. There's more room in that than there is in a hiker's backpack. I think that means that you could do as much as somebody does on a long trail and canoe any sort of river with that thing, the entire length of the river, whether if it took you a month or whatever, you'd have the room to, keep all your stuff in there, stop, resupply, keep going. And wouldn't that be an adventure? Like a month on the river, doing some river watershed from the top to the bottom. Maybe not necessarily doing a survival, but just spending a whole month moving down river, fishing, exploring.
With my kayak, I have my personal kayak that I had way before this. My legs would always go numb. I'd have to pull it up to shore, shake my legs out, and then hop back in, and it wastes so much time. But the way you're set back, the gel seat, it was awesome.
Really?
Yeah, I loved it.
The price on these is so... I don't even know how they can make them for this price.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Our local kayak and canoe makers here, they make them for about triple, quadruple the
Four
price.
times as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want that kind of, that many rod holders, that many much space.
Especially with the fishing rig.
The fishing one, you're gonna pay like $3,000 or something for it. It's, you know, it's ridiculous. Any downfalls? You said the space for yours.
Little lacking on the storage space.
But at the same time, it's a plus on the fact that
And
you
I
can
bring
lift
them
it one-handed, put it on top of the car.
Yes.
So somebody else asked me if you're 6 foot tall, could you use that kayak? I think it would be tight. I mean, like you could, and because of the foot space, the nice thing about yours is you can have a skirt, so you could be doing some winter fishing.
Yes.
You don't have a skirt.
Man, I don't think a 6-footer would have an issue. I stand at 5'10", so a difference of 2 inches, and I didn't feel like you could adjust the foot pedal still forward.
It wouldn't be quite as comfortable for somebody over 6'3", I think. Is that that's where you start to get into the point where they wouldn't be able to bring their knees up easily to sit in like a different position and bring your knees up and kind of relax in a squat, or you know, slipping in and out wouldn't be as comfortably.
Yes. That's
where the bigger one would just be like the ultimate choice and stuff. But it does take like one person slightly stronger. You know, she'd have to be a pretty buff female if she wanted to like put that on the boat, or just ingenuitive. You drag it over, you get one end up and you push it up and onto there. You know, you might have to have a dedicated blanket just to load it and unload it yourself, or something, or you start lifting some muscles so you could get good at it. The one disadvantage, the only thing that I didn't like about either of these, or was a little tiny bit annoying, was the getting wet. On the open cockpit kayak, because you're sitting higher, when you lift your kayak paddle up, it's at a higher angle and the drips come down and land on your feet and your knees. I don't know if there's a solution to that outside of, and if it's later fall, as the days go on, next time I go out, I'm probably gonna be taking my rain trousers.
Yeah.
Just so that I can keep my legs from getting wet. My tackle box, as you can see in this clip here, was soaking wet. You know, just so many dribbles coming across. But being able to pop up, that's why I didn't want to give it up.
I think that Catch 125 would really shine for duck hunters too. You could load a ton of decoys onto that thing, go out and just slap ducks off it. It floats in barely any water, so you wouldn't have to worry about getting stuck all the time.
Which one would you buy?
Hard, because like I say, I'm not joking. There's just literally, it's a plus with one and a plus with the other. There's nothing like...
No, I keep going back and forth myself, because I know that there's going to be times where I'm going to take the small one out.
For a water
if you have
craft.
a camp, you're going to want the open one. And I want a kayak more often than not. You definitely want the closed cockpit one, because you're going to glide over the water. We just can't make up our minds. We can't give you any sort of definitive answer. It's going to have to be up to you. You're going to have to like look at what we did here and be like, oh, you know.
Make a checklist. What do you
Leave
need?
in the comments below which kayak is actually the winner. Yeehaw. I think that about wraps it up. Thanks for watching. Look for the 30-day survival challenge starting October 21st. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you get notified when we put up new videos. I'll see you guys next time. Fowler out. Abby came out and she saw that because she got home from school while I was trying to finish this, and she's like, I want some with adobo on it.
I love fish with adobo.
Am I putting you up to that?
Yeah, and it's super good. Yum, yum.